Hello, my beautiful geekables. Welcome to my new subscribers, and hello again to my returning subscribers. Mandalorian Season 3 is coming out, and I'm a huge fan of Mandalorian, so I'm very excited that Season 3 comes out. And because it's coming out, I found the man of recaps, and he's doing a recap for Mandalorian before Season 3 comes out, so I felt like it's totally appropriate to do that since it's right around the corner. So let's do it. Let's get Oliver with us, headphone in, and let's see what the Man of Recaps has for us. Let's go.
Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is the Mandalorian recap before Season 3, including Mando scenes from Book of Boba Fett.
Okay,
Mandalorians are basically a warrior clan, easily recognizable by their super sweet Boba Fett armor. Our main character has no name yet, people just call him Mando, and like many other Mandalorians, he is a bounty hunter.
Yes.
He's part of a bounty hunter guild led by Carl Weathers, whose Star Wars name is Grief Karga. He's got a job for Mando that pays real well, but is a bit sketchy because the client is ex-Imperial. The show takes place soon after the original trilogy when the evil Empire has just recently been defeated, but many Imperials are still out there holding on to what power they can, like this guy who has a job for Mando. You won't tell him anything about the mark, but the pay is very real, not in Imperial credits, but in Beskar steel, a super strong metal from the Mandalorian homeworld. Mando takes it down to the sewers, where apparently he lives with a bunch of Mandalorians. They're led by a female Mandalorian, the Armorer, and none of them ever take their helmets off. That's a part of their strict code of conduct.
This is the way.
Well, I saw her at a Comic-Con.
She down the Beskar into a sweet shoulder guard for him, and while she's forging, we get Mando's backstory. Basically, his village was attacked, his parents died trying to save him, but he was eventually rescued by Mandalorians who adopted him into their
I like
crew.
this guy's
So Mando
recaps.
flies
He's
off
quick.
to hunt his mark on his super cool spaceship, the Razor Crest. Mando tracks down the mark, but there's another bounty hunter here, a droid IG-11 who's got super sweet spinny arms. So they find the mark, but turns out it is a baby Yoda. It's not the baby Yoda, it's a baby Yoda. We don't know his species name, but whatever it is aggressively cute.
It is aggressively
The droid's just gonna shoot it, but Mando's not letting that happen. Shoots him first,
right.
and it's the start of a beautiful friendship. Now, Mando parked his ship in a bad neighborhood. The Jawas have stripped it for parts. They want some egg from the giant woolly rhinoceros, the mudhorn that kicks Mando's butt. In fact, he's about to die here, but wait, what's this? It's Baby Yoda Force Powers! Oh, he's adorable! Together they take this thing down, but now he's all tuckered out. He trades the egg for ship parts back, and now they're headed home, but Baby Yoda is such a cute little nuisance, keeps playing with his little stick shift. The client is very excited about Baby Yoda and pays him a whole bucket of Beskar. Mando's like, hey, you're not gonna hurt this kid, are you? But the client's like, that's none of your business, so Mando lets him go. He brings the Beskar to the Armorer, who forges him a complete set of Beskar steel armor, looking fly as hell. Mando's all business, on to the next job, but when he tries to shift gears, sees the knobby missing, and it's like, dang, that kid's too cute, I can't leave him. Mando busts in there and saves Baby Yoda from some creepy science experiments. He's gotta fight a bunch of stormtroopers with a variety of weapons, including his flamethrower, alright. But now the word's out to all the bounty hunters to recapture him, so it's a standoff in the street and a big shootout. Mando's way outnumbered until, what's this? Mandalorian reinforcements flying in on jetpacks. Super sweet. They cover his retreat, so Mando and Baby Yoda are reunited, though he really needs to get a car seat for this kid. They fly to a remote planet where they meet Cara Dune, a shock trooper in the rebellion and an all-around badass. She and Mando fight at first, but you can't fight when Baby Yoda's drinking soup. By the way, Baby Yoda's an adorable little carnivore. His favorite food is frogs. There's two quick side missions, one on Tatooine. Yeah, from the original Star Wars. He goes to Mos Eisley Cantina and fights an assassin in the desert. Then he takes a job with the old crew he used to run with, who are basically the evil Guardians of the Galaxy. Eventually, Mando gets a call from Carl Weathers, like, hey buddy, let's call a truce. That ex-Imperial client has taken over the town. We need your help to take him down. Mando thinks it's probably a trap, so he's bringing his new friends as backup. And
I like
it
how
was
fast this guy
trap,
goes.
but when Baby Yoda saves Grief Karga's life, he changes his mind. He's now Team Baby Yoda for life. To get inside, they pretend to turn Mando into the client. Just then, though, he gets a call from his boss, and oh, this whole bar is being shot up. Yes, it's a takeover from another ex-Imperial. And this new villain is, yes, that's Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. It's Moff Gideon. It's a big awesome fight scene.
He's awesome.
Moff Gideon, cool as a cucumber, blows Mando up. They retreat back into the bar where Cara Dune's like, hey, let me take your helmet off so I can heal you. But he's like, no, a Mandalorian never takes his helmet off. This is the way. But IG-11's like, yeah, I'm a droid. I'm pretty sure that's an exception. And so, oh my god, it's happening. It's Pedro Pascal's beautiful face. So he patches him right up and they go down to the sewers where the Armorer is still hanging out. She's like, hey, because you saved this kid, according to Mandalorian custom, he's now officially part of your Mandalorian clan. She engraves his armor with their new clan sigil, the Mudhorn, their first victory together. She also gives him a jetpack. All right. So they have to escape down the ancient lava sword, but there's one more threat, a TIE fighter driven by Moff Gideon. So it's up to Mando and his new jetpack. back, baby!
Yes.
Yeah, flies up there, grapples onto this thing, plants a bomb, and boom!
Bye.
But at the crashed TIE fighter, Moff Gideon survived. And
What's
wait,
the
what
darksaber?
is that? It's an awesome black lightsaber sword! Yes, that's the Darksaber, which your Star Wars nerd friends will happily tell you all about. Karga's
Star
like, hey,
Wars
so
nerd
three of
friends.
us restart the Bounty Hunters Guild, but Mando's a father now. He's not about that bounty hunter life. So he and Baby Yoda fly off into the sunset to have a whole new season of adventures. In The Mandalorian Season 2, the main goal is to get Baby Yoda to safety with members of his own kind, but no one really knows who that is. So their quest first takes them back to Tatooine, where Mando heard there's another Mandalorian here that could maybe help him out. And indeed, there's a dude here dressed like a Mandalorian, wearing Boba Fett's old armor.
That was a
But
mistake.
this dude immediately takes his helmet off, which goes against the Mandalorian creed. This is not the way.
This is not the
This
way.
is Timothy Oliphant, who's the marshal of this town, and he's no Mandalorian. He just found this cool armor. Mando's like, yo, if you aren't a Mandalorian, you can't wear that armor. I'm taking it back.
Taking it
At the
back?
moment, they have a bigger problem. It's a crate dragon, an absolutely massive sandworm.
Yeah.
So Mando gets his first side quest of the season. Help me kill that thing, and I'll give you this armor. So it's Plan B. Strap some bombs to this bantha, and get eaten.
Boom.
But Mando makes this thing spit him out. Then, the bombs, boom, exploded
bombs,
from the
boom.
inside. This is the coolest show ever. And so Mando gets
This
Boba
guy's
Fett's armor,
hilarious.
makes a new friend we might see again later, and rides off into the sunset. But watching that sunset is a mysterious figure, and it is the real Boba Fett. Almost 40 years of fan speculation. Could he have survived the Sarlacc pit? He did. It's now canon. All right. Mando takes another side quest, driving this frog lady to get her eggs fertilized. Oh no, frog eggs! Baby Yoda, don't eat those! They crash on a nice planet with tons of eggs. Yes, it's finally snacky time, but oh no, these eggs are snacking back! Giant ice spiders! Nope, nope, nope! Kill it with fire!
Kill it with
Mando
fire.
gets frog lady to her destination, but his Uber rating's gonna take a big hit. So Mando's search takes him to the seas, where he's betrayed again. But now he's saved by the Mandalorians he was looking for, who fly in and kick major butt. But they immediately take off their helmets too.
Also met
Come
her at
on,
Comic-Con.
where can
She's
a guy
awesome.
find some real Mandalorians? But they're like, hey, we're very real Mandalorians, like actually from the planet Mandalore. In fact, this is the rightful queen of Mandalore, Bo-Katan, from the Clone Wars animated series. Star Wars super nerds are freaking out. And if you're
I
not a
freaked
Star
out.
Wars super nerd, don't be intimidated by these other characters showing up. The Mandalorian stands on its own as an awesome space adventure all about Mando and Baby Yoda.
Look at his
Bo-Katan's
ears.
got some bad news for Mando. The Mandalorians he was raised by are part of kind of a crazy cult. Never taking your helmet off is just their weird rule. It's completely impractical. Like, how do you eat? But Mando's lived his whole life
How do
by
you
this
eat?
rule. He's keeping his helmet on for now, but he asks for their help getting Baby Yoda back to his people. Apparently they're called the Jedi. Bo-Katan's like, yeah, I know where a Jedi is, but first I need your help with the side quest. Her main goal is to retake the Mandalorian homeworld from Imperial forces, so now she wants Mando's help hijacking an Imperial weapons ship. But she's not just here for the cargo, she's also looking for someone, the big boss of the
Moff
new
Gideon.
Imperial forces, our show's main villain, Moff Gideon. Yes, remember, he survived last season and has a super cool glowing black sword, the Darksaber.
Darksaber.
Turns out that sword belongs to the ruler of Mandalore, so
Yeah, but
she wants
you
it
gotta
back.
win
But
it.
Mando's not sticking
You gotta
around to
win
help
it.
out with that. He's gonna take Baby Yoda to a Jedi.
He said-
But first he makes a pit stop to fix his ship with his old friends Cara Dune and Grief Karga. Naturally, he gets roped into another side quest. Per
course.
usual, the mission goes bad and it turns into an awesome action sequence. But wait, what's this? They got things in tubes. They were doing science stuff here with the
Science
doctor
stuff.
that was working on Baby Yoda. He doesn't fully explain what they're doing, but it sure sounds like exactly what we assumed. They wanted to take the force powers from Baby Yoda and put it in Moff Gideon.
Nope, not
so Mando
allowed.
makes it to the planet with the
My
Jedi.
girl.
Star Wars
That's
super
my
nerds
girl.
are freaking
That's my
out
girl.
again
Ahsoka.
because this is Ahsoka Tano, another big
Met-
character from
I met the
Clone
original
Wars.
voice.
So she and Mando
She's
meet
awesome.
and have a little fight, but soon she's like, wait a second, is that a Baby Yoda? She's able to use the Force to communicate with him a little bit, and we don't get any answers on like what species he is, or is he Yoda's son, or a clone, or just sprout from an egg?
We get a
but we do
name.
get some big news, because this little guy has a name. It is Grogu.
And nobody
I guess
uses
it's
his
good
name.
he has an official name. It's gonna take some getting used to, though. I'm still gonna call him Baby
I still
Yoda.
call him
First
Baby
things
Yoda.
first, Mando's roped into another side quest. Ahsoka needs his help to save this town while she goes in for a samurai duel with the magistrate, and she fights with
One
the
day
spear
I'm gonna
made
have
of
sabers,
Beskar
and they're gonna be
steel,
her
which can,
sabers.
yeah,
Those are
block
the ones I'm gonna
lightsabers. In the end, Ahsoka defeats her, and she's hunting down her boss,
She's my favorite.
Grand
Love her.
Admiral Thrawn. Yes, another name drop from Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars superfans going blah.
I went nuts.
So watch out for that in Ahsoka's
Because
potential spin-off show. But for now,
we
back
gotta
to
find
Baby
Ezra.
Grogu. So Mando takes Grogu to the secret Jedi Rock, which will let him use the Force to basically post on the Jedi Facebook group. But right now, someone else is flying in. It's Boba Fett, who finally caught up to him. And he's not alone. He brought a friend from season 1. It's Fennec Shand. Yeah, the assassin we fought on Tatooine. She was left for dead, but Boba Fett saved her, so now she's loyal to him and has a robot stomach. He's like, I'm not here to fight, I just want my armor back. But they're interrupted by stormtroopers and have to work together to fight
I
them.
was not
and
okay
Boba Fett's in beast
with
mode,
this.
kicking ass with nothing but his bathrobe and a stick.
Fight
But
was hot.
soon he grabs his armor, and Boba Fett is back! But up in orbit is Moff Gideon, who fires the big laser, boom! Blows up Mando's ship, the Razor Crest. Oh, Geico's not gonna cover that. And now flying in is a new class of droids, the Dark Troopers.
This was
and
not
they
okay.
grab
I
little
was not
Grogu.
okay.
Now Baby Yoda's kidnapped. So with
Took
Mando's
the
ship
baby.
totaled, it's like, hey, can I get a ride? And Boba Fett's like, yeah, bro, I got you. That little Baby Yoda's so cute, we're immediately bonded.
Yeah, it's true.
So for the final mission, they recruit Bo-Katan, who's happy to help. But remember, Moff Gideon and the Darksaber are mine. So our crew busts in, pew pew pew. This is
Pew,
a
pew,
stacked
pew.
team who can take out basically infinite stormtroopers. So our gang easily takes the bridge, but wait, Moff Gideon's not here because he's with Baby Yoda,
was so bad.
who's in the tiniest little handcuffs.
He's like,
and
help.
so it's time for Darksaber versus Beskar Steel Spear.
guess who
Oh
wins?
yeah,
That's right.
awesome duel. In the end, of course, Mando wins
Yep.
and takes Moff Gideon
Which means
back to
that
the bridge,
saber belongs
where
to Mando.
Bo-Katan's like, what have you done?
Because she's like,
Turns out,
that's
by
mine.
sacred Mandalorian tradition, you can't just give
No.
the Darksaber away. It has to be won in combat. So Mando just accidentally became the rightful king of Mandalore,
Yes, he did.
and that might cause some friction later.
Little bit.
But for now, they got bigger problems because
'Cause
the Dark
these-
Troopers are
and the
back,
best
and
scene
our
ever
gang
is
is
coming.
cornered. But who's this flying in? In an X-Wing. Yes, someone responded to Grogu's Facebook post. It is a fully realized Jedi Master.
That's my
Oh,
man.
busting in
That's
there,
me.
making short work of these Dark Troopers. The
When
coolest
he-
Jedi
look,
seen
when he
yet.
crushes
And you
him,
know,
he
there's
crushes
only one guy this could be.
Only one.
It is the Luke Skywalker. Star Wars superfans,
R2.
blah! He's gonna
The
take
amount of
Baby Yoda
tears
off
that
to Jedi
happened
boarding
in
school,
this
but
scene
first,
for me,
Grogu's gotta
crazy.
say goodbye to his Papa Mando.
That was
And
not
Mando
okay.
loves this kid so much, he removes his helmet and shows him his face. Oh, what a touching moment.
Oh, I
And
cried
so
like a
Baby
baby.
Yoda,
I cried
Grogu,
like a
is
baby.
finally safe. Gonna learn to use his force powers from the Luke Skywalker. But his bond with Mando runs deep. You know these two are gonna be reunited
Oh,
for
yes.
more adventures in Season 3. Now, Boba Fett got his own spin-off show, The Book of Boba Fett. He and Fennec Shand took over Jabba the Hutt's old territory to become the crime boss of Tatooine. Watch my recap to get the full story. In this video, we're going to focus on when Mando shows up, and
Okay.
he's not here for just a cameo. He takes over 2 full
He does.
episodes. It's basically The
best
Mandalorian
episodes,
Season 2.5. He tracks down his old Mandalorian clan, led by the Armorer, who survived, but it's just her and this one other dude now. She's impressed he has the legendary Darksaber, but Mando's actually having trouble using the Darksaber. It's weirdly heavy for him, and she's like, you're fighting against the blade, whatever that means. But then there's a problem when she's like, by the way, you ever take your helmet off? And he's like, well, I mean, yeah, there were extenuating
There were
circumstances,
circumstances.
though. It was a Baby Yoda. But in this Mandalorian cult,
Baby
there are
Yoda.
no exceptions for tender moments, and Mando is kicked out. This is the way. So for now, Mando needs a new ship because the Razor Crest was destroyed last season, and his mechanic friends found a beauty for him. It is an old Naboo starfighter, like from Star Wars Episode 1.
Yep.
Now Mando goes to visit his son at boarding school, and yes, we get to see Luke Skywalker training little Grogu.
his back.
And pretty soon, wow, this guy's hopping
He's
around.
moving.
Yeah, Mando can sell that stroller. But Mando doesn't
can
get to
sell
see him.
the
He's
stroller.
stopped by the other Jedi, Ahsoka Tano.
Girl.
She's like, hey man, I know you love him, but to be a Jedi, he's got to leave his old life behind. You come to visit him is just going to make that harder. And it's heart-wrenching, but Mando agrees it's for the best and decides to leave. But when Luke hears about Mando's visit, he's like, all right, little Grogu, I'm going to give you a choice. You can have this super cute Beskar steel chainmail and go be a Mandalorian with your papa. Or you can stay here and be a Jedi with Yoda's old lightsaber, which you're going to have to grow into, I guess.
'Cause
But
it's really-
unfortunately,
really
you
big
can't have
compared to
both
him.
because that would be just way too cool.
Right.
Now Mando joins Boba Fett for his show's finale. Yes, Mando and Boba Fett teaming up. 2 versus an army, busting out their full arsenal of weapons. Yes! And in the middle of this
This
action,
guy's
who should
great.
show up but Baby Yoda, who I guess hitchhiked here.
He
Yes, little
hitchhiked.
Grogu made his choice. He wants to be with his Papa Mando. Unfortunately, at the moment, they're in mortal danger. But it's little Grogu who steps in there, proving he's the
Kicks
apex
some ass.
predator. The Rancor's kinda just a big frog. He
He's a
uses
big
the Force to
frog.
calm this thing down, and now together
They
they
nap.
have a little nappy time. So Mando and Baby Yoda are reunited, ready for more adventures in The Mandalorian Season 3.
That
If you like
was
this recap, hit that
great.
subscribe button. For more
Okay,
of the
man,
best
recaps.
recaps
You have a
of
new
TV and
subscriber. That
movies.
was phenomenal. That was hilarious. I loved it. And now we are ready to watch season 3. At least I am. hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell me if you thought he was as hilarious as I did. I thought that was a really good recap. I thought it was very well done, and I love the Mandalorian. I'm so excited. I can't wait. All right, my beautiful geek balls. Do everything stay with love. Every day's a geek day. I'll see you guys next time. This is the way. Bye.